Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the E.L.F. Satin Glow foundation. But before we talk about this foundation, go watch this demo and then meet me back here and we will talk more about this product. I ended up picking up two shades. We have shade 30, which is a medium warm, and then we have shade 31, which is a medium neutral. And my plan is that I'm just going to take 30 and 31 and see which one matches best, and then we're going to use that one all over our face. So let's start with 30. So this is shade 30 and it's very warm tone. Can you see how yellow that is? Now shade 31, and this is the neutral option. Here's another finger. That's 31. I think 31 is the better match, so you guys can see. That's 30 and that's 31. 30 is definitely too yellow tone, and I feel like with 31, even if it oxidizes, it's the closer match. So I'm gonna wipe this off. Again, that's 30 and this is 31, and we're gonna do 31. So we're gonna go in with the foundation. I'm just gonna apply it directly to my face because the way the bottle is, it allows you to do that. And on this side of my face, we're gonna do a sponge. I got a fresh beauty blender. I actually wetted everything in the bathroom. So let me hold my arm actually, because it's causing the table to bounce. It's leaning my arm on the table. And I'll just get closer. And I was checking on the website to see if they had a sponge, but I couldn't find it, because I could have sworn that on the promotions they had a sponge that they released specifically for this foundation. And this is what it's looking like. You can see right there, that gave me definitely a nice glow. So I'm gonna put some more on my face, and I never do this, but the bottle I feel is perfect for if you want to apply it directly to your face. Oh, that might be too much. We'll just blend it in. And then I'll take what's left on the sponge and I'll just bring it on my forehead. I don't think I need any more foundation. So I'm going to say, if you don't apply it directly to your face, maybe just one swipe is enough. Because I feel like the sponge might be absorbing a lot of the product. Because that's one thing for sure with sponges, is that sometimes it can absorb too much of the foundation. So from far away, it looks really nice. So this is what it looks like up close. And as you can see, even though it has like a neutral undertone, I feel like it looks a little like olive tone on me. And I am olive toned, yellow toned. For those of you who might be yellow olive tone, I think this will be a good match. If you match me in foundations, I think 31N is your best option. So this is what it looks like. And I don't know if this is the lighting or not, so we'll see later on. All right, so let's do the other side of the face. Which brush should I use today? Should I use my Kabuki, or should we do the one we've been doing? I think I'm gonna just go with the Real Technique brushes. Not brushes. I will be using them. So instead of applying it directly to my face, I'm going to apply it directly to the brush. So I'm going to just do like one squirt of the tube. So about that much I think is more than enough to cover this side of my face. And I didn't do primer because I wanted to see how this does. See, yeah. My guess is that the sponge absorbed more product than the brush, because look how much that covered. So maybe, in my opinion, application wise, maybe apply it with a brush, and then if you want to fine tune it, then go in with a sponge. Because the great thing about doing a sponge is that, see how flawless it looks. Like it doesn't look like you really applied anything on your face. It gives more like an airbrush. For some people prefer this type of look, you know, this effect I should say. And with a brush, for me, I prefer brush because I feel like I have more control and I don't have to use as much product. But say for instance, after applying this, if I feel like it looks like a little excess, I could just go in with the sponge and just get up the excess. So I think it's just what you prefer, what your preference is. But so far, I am liking how this is looking. All right, so this is the sponge side. This is the brush side. And I really like how this foundation is looking. It feels nice on the skin. So I'm not going to use a setting spray because I just want to wear it throughout the day and see how well it does without setting spray. And then I will come back later, either today or tomorrow, and then we'll talk more about the product. So yeah, I'm going to let you guys go. It is now almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I will see you guys when I come back. Okay, everyone, so I wanted to come in and do a check-in with the foundation. As you can see from far away, it looks really, really good. Like, my skin looks super flawless. But up close, if you look really close at my forehead, I look like I have like a lot of little bumps. Kind of like it's clogging my pores. I have to say the foundation has worn very well. I think I've had it on now for like 4 hours. Yeah, for 4 hours if I remember correctly. And this is the side that we did the brush, remember? And this is the sponge side, and I feel like they both look the same. I don't really notice that much of a difference, and it is wearing very well. So I just wanted to check in and show you guys that, and we will be back tomorrow so that I can close up the video and tell you what I think about the foundation. So I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, so here are my thoughts on this foundation. Shade 31N is the one that I ended up using on my face, and it's for neutral. If you didn't know, there are 36 shades of this foundation, and it's 1 fluid ounce, and you can get it for $8. I bought mine on Amazon, so if you shop on Amazon, that's one way you can find it. Because I did originally look for it in CVS, because my CVS does sell E.L.F, and they didn't have it. And I also looked on Ulta. Ulta didn't have it yet. And I also looked, I think, on Target as well, and I couldn't find it there. So Amazon was my go-to. So shade 30W, as you saw, was way too yellow for me. And 31N, I felt like it matched me perfectly. So for those of you who matched me in my foundations, which I am a MAC NC40, this one will match you really well. And if you want to know any other foundations that I match in, there will be a playlist down below called Foundations That Match Me. So now let's talk about the pros. The pros of this is that it felt good on my skin. Like when I put on, I felt like there was nothing on. I love the way it looked. My skin looked so glowy. As you saw when I did this side with the brush, it looked extra glowy because I feel like with the brush, it kind of intensified the pigmentation, the way it looked on my face. So it looked like I had applied 2 applications instead of 1. And then the sponge side made it look more of a satin, for real satin finish, like just 1 application, so to speak. So it just depends on what you prefer. Me, I actually like the way the sponge side looked more than the brush side, which surprised me because if you didn't know, I tend to apply my foundations with a brush, but I really liked it the way it looked with the sponge side. So there's that. And then we also like the packaging. It's really pretty. It's very very sleek and very classic in my opinion, because it has, you know, the black bottom, then you have the see-through where you can see what color the shade is, and then this really nice like rose gold tone shade. Well, it's kind of like a rose gold, but leaning more, no, not rose gold. Now that I look at it, it's more like a champagne. Yeah, more like a champagne. So it's really nice. I feel like it's very travel friendly as well because it's plastic and it's 1 fluid ounce. And I believe you can carry that much if you are flying. I haven't flown in a long time, so correct me if I am wrong. Another thing about this product, if you didn't know, it's vegan, cruelty-free, and that is wonderful because we should try more vegan and cruelty-free things is what I'm trying to say. It also doesn't have a scent. When I applied it, I didn't have any fragrance or anything, which is great for those of us who are sensitive to fragrances. And it's also affordable. $8 is a great price point, especially for drugstore. I wish more drugstore items would stay under the $10 mark. I feel like a lot of drugstore items are just so expensive now. And it's like, then why are we buying drugstore? We might as well just go to Sephora. That's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Now, the cons about this foundation. It lasted only 7 hours on me. After 7 hours, when I checked in, my skin looked like this. I'm gonna pop in a picture. I look like it just literally sucked all the moisture out of my face. I had no more glow. I just looked dry and my skin looked so textured. I was like, why does my skin look like I have so many bumps on it? I do not have that issue when I put foundation on, and I just didn't like how it looked at all. The other thing that it did do, it did oxidize just a little bit, where I looked a little more orange, but I felt like throughout the day, not orange, excuse me, more yellow. So I felt like throughout the day it did dissipate though. So I think it was just initial while it's settling. Then when it settled, it stayed there, but it didn't look bad like color wise. So that's why I still suggest, I recommend 31N for those of you who match my shade range. And I had some creasing too. Like I felt like the creasing was more intensified, but I think that's because my skin got so dry. So I think the culprit to me getting the dry creasiness in my face and the texture, the, you know, the little bumps, is from the complex, the hydrating hibiscus complex that they added. Now, if you watched my videos before, you know that whenever I try a foundation, a tinted moisturizer that has skincare in it, my skin for some reason just absorbs the skincare and leaves that dry texture, creasing looking skin, and sometimes like that grayness. If you watch my videos before, if you haven't watched them, Becca's foundation did that. The Makeup by Mario did that. And there was another one, I can't remember which one it is, also did the same thing. So unfortunately, because that happened to me, I am going to return this foundation, and I am not going to recommend it to any of you who have the same issue as me. Now, with that being said, if you have normal skin, combo skin, oily skin, and you do not have this issue with skincare being infused into your foundation, then by all means, 100%, I highly recommend it, because just the price alone and the look that, you know, it gives you, it's so worth it. But unfortunately for me, this is a loss, and I'm gonna have to just return it. And I really am so sad that I have to do it, because I absolutely love the way that it looked. So that's all that I have to say for this foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed this review video. Let me know in the comment section if there is another item that has come out that you want me to review, and I will be more than happy to do that for you. So I will see you in the next video. I hope you guys are well, and I will talk to you later. Bye.